you tell yourself, just one more episode. Next thing you know, it's 3 hours later. You're glued to the couch, the snack bags are empty, and the screen is counting down to the next episode. A silent, automatic threat. You think you're in control, just relaxing after a long day. But what if you're not just watching a movie? What if a powerful, invisible intelligence is running a massive psychological experiment on you every single time you press play? This isn't science fiction. This is the new reality of entertainment. You think you're just unwinding, but a sophisticated AI is studying your every click, pause, and binge to get you hooked and keep you there. It's a battle for your attention, and the other side is armed with data you don't even realize you're giving away. We're about to expose how shows like the South Korean thriller Kingdom are crafted to be psychological triggers and how AI platforms use them to trap you in a cycle of endless watching. By the end of this video, you will never look at your home screen the same way again. So, how does this all begin? It doesn't start with the algorithm. It starts with the perfect bait, a show so masterfully crafted that it feels impossible to turn off. A show like the horror thriller Kingdom. On the surface, Kingdom is a brilliant mix of historical political drama and zombie horror. But underneath, it's a masterclass in psychological engagement. The show's creators are tapping directly into your brain's wiring. Every cliffhanger, every zombie attack, every desperate last stand by the Crown Prince is designed to put you on edge. That feeling of suspense causes your brain to release dopamine. Now, dopamine isn't just a feel-good chemical. It's the motivation chemical. When you're watching a tense scene, wondering if the heroes will survive, your brain releases dopamine because you are highly motivated to see what happens next. A cliffhanger isn't just a dramatic pause. It's a carefully administered dose of a chemical that your brain now craves to resolve. This creates a powerful, addictive loop. The show hits you with a high-stakes problem, your brain releases dopamine, and you feel an intense urge to keep watching to get the reward, the resolution. It's a craving. Experts have shown these cycles of suspense and relief tap into our primal survival instincts. We get so invested in the characters' fates that their struggles feel like our own, a phenomenon called narrative transportation. This isn't just good storytelling. It's a technique that makes it psychologically hard to stop. The frantic editing, the dramatic music, the stunning and gruesome scenes, they're all calibrated to keep your nervous system on high alert, making it nearly impossible to look away. The show itself is the first layer of the trap. So you've got this perfectly addictive show, but in an ocean of thousands of movies and series, how did you even find Kingdom in the first place? Let's be honest, you probably didn't. The algorithm found you. When you open a streaming service, you're not just seeing a library, you are seeing a personalized reality built for you by an AI. This AI is the puppeteer, and it's constantly learning from your behavior. It tracks what you watch, what you skip, the time of day you watch, what you rewatch, and even how fast you binge a series. Every click is another data point feeding a massive, evolving profile of your tastes. This system is terrifyingly effective. Netflix has reported that over 80% of all content watched on its platform comes directly from these algorithmic recommendations. Let me repeat that. 80%. That means for every 5 shows you watch, 4 of them weren't freely chosen by you, but were actively served to you by a machine that predicted you'd watch them. This AI uses complex models to get this right. There's collaborative filtering, the classic, people who watch this also watch that. But it goes deeper, using content-based filtering to analyze a show's DNA, its genre, actors, tone, even its color palette, to find things that match your profile. It combines this with contextual info, like the time of day or the device you're on. The goal isn't just to find shows you might like. The goal is to find the show that you are most likely to watch right now, to maximize your screen time and keep you on the platform as long as possible. You're not a customer. You are a data set to be optimized. Think about your own homepage for a second. Look at the rows, the titles, the images. How much of it feels like a genuine reflection of your interests? And how much feels like the platform is pushing you down a very specific rabbit hole? Let me know what you see in the comments. And if you're finding this insightful, hit that subscribe button because we're about to go deeper into how this system doesn't just predict your behavior, but actively works to change it. So, the algorithm has profiled your tastes and served you the perfect, psychologically sticky show. But his job doesn't stop there. The ultimate goal is to make you a more predictable, more engaged user. This is done through reinforcement learning. In simple terms, reinforcement learning is a system where the AI gives itself a reward for getting the right outcome. Here, the right outcome is you watching for longer. So when the AI recommends Kingdom and you binge watch the whole season in a day, the algorithm gives itself a virtual pat on the back. It learns that, for this user, high-stakes thrillers with cliffhangers lead to maximum engagement. It then doubles down, adjusting its future recommendations to feed you more of the same. It's a feedback loop that gets smarter with every single thing you watch. Over time, this can create a filter bubble. The algorithm continuously reinforces your existing tastes, showing you more of the same genre until your viewing world narrows. You become easier to predict and therefore easier to keep engaged. But the manipulation goes further, down to the very images you see. Streaming platforms use AI to A/B test the thumbnails they show you. For a single movie, the AI can generate multiple potential thumbnails from thousands of frames. It might show one person a thumbnail of the romantic leads, another an explosion, and a third a close-up of a famous actor. It then tracks which thumbnail you are most likely to click on. Based on your viewing history, if you watch a lot of action, you'll see the explosion. If you like rom-coms, you'll see the couple. The very artwork on your homepage is a personalized test, constantly running to find the image that will most effectively trigger your impulse to click. This brings us to the most unsettling part of this whole system, the slow erosion of your free will. We love to believe we're in control of our choices, especially our entertainment. But when you combine a psychologically compelling product with a relentless AI designed to deliver it at your moment of weakest resolution, the line between choice and compulsion gets blurry. It's a psycho designed to trap you. First, a show like Kingdom hooks you with its engineered suspense and emotional stakes that trigger addictive dopamine responses. As you watch, you feed the AI thousands of data points about what grabs your attention. The AI then uses this data, refined through reinforcement learning, to serve you your next fix, another show perfectly calibrated to exploit the same triggers. You think you're choosing your next show, but you're really just following a path laid for you before you even knew you had a choice. This dynamic mirrors subtle psychological manipulation. By limiting your visible options, shaping your perceptions with custom artwork, and reinforcing specific behaviors, your autonomy is slowly diminished. It's a trap that benefits one entity, the platform that sells your attention. Netflix's former CEO, Reed Hastings, famously said that their biggest competitor is sleep. That one sentence reveals the entire philosophy. The goal isn't to entertain you. The goal is to capture as much of your conscious time as possible. So that feeling of being hijacked by a show, it's not just in your head. It's a calculated three-step process. First, the content itself, like Kingdom, is loaded with psychological hooks like suspense and emotional stakes that trigger addictive dopamine responses. Second, a powerful AI analyzes your digital behavior to build a detailed profile of your viewing habits. And third, that AI uses your own psychology to serve up the perfect content at the perfect time, even personalizing the artwork to make sure you click play, trapping you in a self-perpetuating cycle of binge watching. This isn't about demonizing streaming platforms or telling you to cancel your subscriptions. It's about pulling back the curtain to understand the invisible forces at play. We live in an age where the battle for our attention is big business, and that battle is being waged on our screens, in our living rooms, and inside our own minds. So that feeling of being hijacked by a show, It's not just in your head. It's a calculated three-step process. First, the content itself, like Kingdom, is loaded with psychological hooks like suspense and emotional stakes that trigger addictive dopamine responses.